I was saying, when I was going door to door, my commitment every single day, commission only, is to pitch 100 customers and then either get 100 no's or at least get one sale. And literally, I remember the days where I said, okay, I'm getting my 99 no's right now. I noticed that a lot of clients nowadays, they don't pitch their product and you cannot get a yes. Right? One of my clients, I was like, oh, how's your week? Well, I get 0 sales. I was like, okay, congratulations, you get 0 sales. But what else lead to the 0 sales? And then when she brought it into, I was like, well, not enough people to know what you're doing, and you don't practice enough. That's why you don't get a lot of yeses. Those are the 2 key principles that we learned. So I used to go door to door for 5. Actually, one thing I learned from one of my coaches, he said, sometimes people just say, buy my stuff, but their body language is like, don't buy my stuff. I keep telling them to buy my stuff, but nobody buy, because your body is like, either you're apologetic or you're like, no, please don't buy. Because if you buy, I have no idea what to do with you. It was a crazy thing. What we do, the very first one is, before I remove myself from sales, I actually got my salesperson to be on the call with me every single time. And I also have a habit of recording every single one of my sales calls. Right? Record every single one of your sales calls. Because then when your new person that come through, they can watch 50 of those recording videos first, right? If you don't get it on the first time, you get it on the 5th time. Every time they did it, you want them to do notes for you. So you know that they are literally learning, and this person is about this, person is about that. This is what I learned. Oh, this is the question the client asked. This is how you answer it, right? Allow them to get some time to really digest the recording if you have them. That's what we do at the very beginning. Like, everybody watch at least like 10 of my videos, because everybody has a pattern and I have a pattern. There's some cold leads and some warm leads. If you don't want to burn any lead, that's fine. You could be on the call with them and allow them to start the conversation first. Maybe they will do the first part of the conversation and then pause, and you'll do the second part of the conversation. So we used to call this the 5 steps to a conversation, which is introduction, and then a short story, presentation, close, and rehash. Okay, so we kind of break them down into 5 steps, and you can maybe break it into 4 steps, like however you do your sales pitches per se. And potentially they could be the one that doing the initial, hey, how are you? And then you can come in to take over. Eventually they will take over the whole thing, and you just sit there. You could do that too with them on the call. If it's like you don't want to burn any clients, that's what will be great for you to do. It take a little bit more time. That would be a great way of doing it. Every call record with Fathom, right? Note taker, AI, transcribe, and every single call they are evaluating. Okay, on the scale 1 to 10, is it a 10? Is it a 5? Is it a 4? And then what can I improve? If you already have your recorded call that's done for you, you can copy and paste those transcriptions into a Google Doc and say, this is how 10 look like. On the scale 1 to 10, where is my rep doing right now? Where's my team member doing right now? Is that 5? Is that 4? What are they missing? Okay, so that could be a place to do, right? And another one that we currently are doing with our talent manager is every morning they come in for a good 30 minutes. They run their script. They will just practice. Either they practice with maybe your other EA, or on the Zoom call, and they practice. We call it clearing out the marbles from our throat. When I was doing door to door, it make a huge difference when people are coming in and have a warm up. We literally like, hey, my name is Phyllis. I'm with AT&T. I'm just here to check out what is your internet that you're doing right now. We're literally repeating the pitch that we're doing for at least like 10 times before we go out to the field and knocking on doors, so that you know already like the words that is in the system with you. And you can do that with your EA too. And sometimes we'll do rebuttals. So we will throw, again, you can just get ChatGPT, come out 50 rebuttals about this business. And then they will prompt you thinking about the questions and the answer. If they can't figure it out, well, go back to watch my recording or go to my transcript and see, how do I answer these questions, right? And then you just continuously work towards it until they really get it into their system, whereby they are no longer have to remember the script. They already know what to say and how to say it. I think it's the one that we talk about, communicate. It should be the one that I said, like sit up, smile, have the right physiology, and then talk. I think that will be one of them. The second one is emotional home. Make sure that before they communicate with somebody, they have the right emotional home, so that, they will portray in the right identity to do the right thing. And then the third one, I would say, is talk about the five step to a conversation. So that way they know about the 5 steps. And then the fourth one is the 5 factors of impulse. Either the title is sell or be sold to, or just 5 factors of impulse, whereby I really break them down to every salesperson need to know 5 things, which is the sense of urgency, right? Fear of loss. If you don't do it today, you might be missing out. And a Jones effect, everybody else is doing it. You might want to do it too. Indifference. Hey, if you don't want to do it, that's okay, because I have 5,000 people interested in this thing anyway. Great. Usually you will do it close to the very end. It's kind of if you buy one, get one free, right? If you're doing it now, you're going to get extra bonuses and things like that. Those are the 5. And again, the 5 factors of impulse and 5 steps to conversation is what build door-to-door business, especially from from 5% to 375 people in California at that time. It's a multi-million or billion industry when we go door to door. We meet with the solar people, the people that sell magazines, there's people that just insurance agent knocking on doors, right? So at the very beginning, you have to get a lot of no's to get to the yeses.